It's been almost 30 years since the U.S. has passed any comprehensive immigration reforms. So a group of bipartisan senators, known as the Gang of Eight, have spearheaded the mission and brought a proposal to President Obama. They did so last night. But here's the thing. While the Senate's been negotiating, 8 members of the House have also been hard at work on their own bipartisan immigration bill. One of the senior members of the House's Gang of Eight joins us right now. He's Representative Luis Gutierrez, Democrat from Illinois. So good to have you here.
Pleasure is mine.
So after 30 years without comprehensive reform, why is it all of a sudden, Mr. Congressman, we have 2 bills coming out of Congress right now?
Well, look, because there's a House and a Senate, because that's the way our founding fathers decided to create the system that would bring forth laws to govern ourselves with. So it's a very natural process. Look, I think it's really a good process. Why is it, do you think, that people are suddenly focused on this right now? Okay, now, that's another question, right? Here's why I think people are focused on it. Because there was an election on November 6th, and people figured this out, at least here in the House of Representatives. They figured out that if you're mean-spirited, that if you finger point and you demonize immigrants, they happen to have family. And a new study just came out, right? 9 out of 10 of undocumented workers in this country have an American citizen relative. That's an aunt, an uncle, somebody who cares. And they figured it out. They said, you know what? It doesn't pass the decency test if I'm going to vote for you if you treat immigrants in a poor fashion. So we came back to the Congress of the United States, and there were
so it sounds
always
like it's a political
those,
reason.
like Paul Ryan. Well, no, it's a political reason. And well, this is the Congress of the United States. But there were people like Paul Ryan and Raul Labrador and Mario Diaz-Balart who always wanted to participate and have in the past participated in trying to create a team. This gave us all, the individuals I've just mentioned to you and others, the opportunity to get it done.
Okay, so let's talk about what it is that you're trying to get done. You've got 8 fellow members of Congress working with you right now, or 7, I should say, 8 including yourself. Walk me through the differences between your plan and the plan that's in the Senate.
You know what? I don't think the differences are going to be extreme. So when the House passes its bill and the Senate passes its bill and we go to conference, we'll resolve the differences, I believe, rather quickly. That is certainly my expectation. I expect that the House will have a more conservative proposal than the Senate. The Republicans are in charge of the House of Representatives, and so the proposal may be, we need to get 218 votes. But let me tell you some basic fundamental things that'll
Representative Gutierrez, I want to hear what the plan is. Walk me through it.
Right. Here's a border security, but we're going to make sure the border is secure and that there are the kinds of enforcement mechanisms that are going to make America safe. And there's going to be internal security. The E-Verify system that we are working to develop will be a system that says, you know something, we're going to guarantee that if you're born in America, that if you're born in this nation, you get first crack at any job. And then we will invite others to take the jobs that Americans do not choose to become employed in. And there are ample opportunities for them to do that. But we want to make sure. So does that mean you're going to try and increase H-1B visas? Let me just say that. Here's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to make sure that when you go get a job, that there's a verification system that guarantees that you are eligible, qualified for that job according to the laws of this nation, so that we stop illegal immigration once and for all and don't have undocumented workers, number 1. Number 2, yes, we will permit a flow of new workers to come, not only to work in agriculture, but to work in our high-tech industry. We will attach that diploma to all of those who graduate with a graduate degree so that they can stay in this country and they can continue to innovate and they can continue to make sure that we're on the cutting edge of all technology. We need to make sure.
Let me make sure I'm understanding this correctly, because I think this is an important point. Are you saying that if you come to this country, you're educated here in our university system, you have eligibility to citizenship should you choose to stay and work in the United States of America?
What I said was that there is the STEM industry, our high-tech industry, needs tens of thousands of workers, which we do not. Our universities do not graduate, do not bring forth into our labor force. But at the same time, we are bringing people from foreign countries who do get those degrees in our universities, in our institutions. And what we're saying is, you know something? It's pretty stupid to educate somebody, to put all those resources, to take bright, talented people, and then say, now go back when we need them. So what I am saying, I'm going to work diligently to do the old, let's attach, right, a visa to that graduate and say, stay in America and become part of our system.
Yeah, no,
Not only
it makes
because
sense.
because it's good for our economy.
So that another economy can reap the benefit of our education
at the same
system.
time, absolutely, but at the same time, let's encourage our universities and our educational system to create American citizens born here that can take those tests. But in the interim period, we need them. We're going to need workers. Look, part of the reason we have 11 million undocumented workers is because our economy grows and it needs certain types of workers in certain geographical areas. So we need a clean, how would I say, we need a stream of workers coming from outside the United States to fill the economic gaps that we need so we can keep our economic engine going.
It sounds to me, Representative Gutierrez, as though you're saying there is an economic reason to have immigration reform right now. This does not need to be political. It can be economic. If we have more people here working in this economy that bring all the ingenuity that so many and hard work and work ethic that so many immigrants have, that's only good for our economy and thus everyone.
Here's what I understand. When you look at immigrants and you look at their potential to create new job opportunities, the entrepreneurial spirit of the immigrant community is undeniable. You see it in every great part of this nation where they come. Number one. But let's remember something else. There are 11 million undocumented workers. I want to get them right with the law. What does that mean? I just want you to think a moment. You think of the uncertainty of the markets that the Congress's inaction or action causes. Okay. Think of the uncertainty of 11 million people. If you give them the kind of security that a legalization process would guarantee them, what do you think the next thing they're going to do? They're going to buy the house that they never bought, the car they never bought. They're going to create the job opportunities and the new businesses that they never did, because now they're going to have certainty that they can stay in this country and be right with the law. Well, 11 million people, put them into our economy, and you watch our economy grow.
I agree with you. 11 million people, put them into the economy. What about everyone else? Is there a pathway to citizenship for all the people around the world that would want to come here?
What we will guarantee is the following, that the 11 million people, what we will attempt to do is that the 11 million people, look, we don't want to create a society where there is a permanent underclass. I don't think that's the kind of America you or I want. We want people to come, work, bring about their creativity to our system, and to work hard and to sweat and to toil. But at the end, they should be given an opportunity to become full-fledged partners. Here's what I don't want. I don't want millions of people walking around that don't have the same responsibilities that I, Luis Gutierrez, as a citizen of the United States.
Right.
I want them to have all the opportunities and all the same responsibilities.
Potentially help with all those entitlement costs we have.
You want to know something? Watch as the baby boomer generation goes off to their retirement and justly deserved. I'm a baby boomer. I hope to be there soon, too. Let me just say the following. We're going to need those new workers. We're going to have a massive outflow of some of our best workers. We're going to need new ones.
All righty, we're going to leave it there. Congressman Luis Gutierrez, thank you very, very much for joining us today.
You're welcome.